Hello and welcome to Just Do It, a Dewey Brothers podcast. This week we are taking a break from our regularly scheduled programming to do what Eric and I are calling...
That's right, the Just Do It Brothers Quickie. It's going to be in and out, quick as pie and something, I don't know, but it's fast.
Your weekly dose of Dewey, but at twice the speed. That's right, we're coming at you hot, quick, and fresh.
Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. All right, Alex, where are we? Because it looks like rolling hills of nothingness.
That's not nothingness, Eric. That is one of the staple crops of this part of the country.
Oh, you're right. I see the little hairs, the little leaves sticking up. It's the great nutgrass plantations.
That's right. You don't know how they just grow an absurd amount of nutgrass out here, actually, Eric. They manage to produce over 25% of the entire country's need for nutgrass in this location.
That is a miracle. It's the soil type, you know. It's just the perfect alkalinity, the perfect pH, the perfect nutrient values. It's nutgrass friendly.
Yeah, who would have thought that the unusually high levels of calcium carbide are what make this soil so good for nutgrass?
I would not have guessed it, but here we are.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when the ceramics plant explodes, you think, you know, we're going to be out. There's no way we can grow any healthy foods here, but that nutgrass is just so good at growing.
Oh, man, and I do love me some good old-fashioned nutgrass. So, Alex.
Oh, we don't have any time for the main topic, Eric. It is too fast. We are, again, on the run from the MACC, as our viewers longtime listeners may know. Especially after what happened, I don't want to go anywhere near the Young Rappers Projects, Eric, because that police crackdown was bad.
That was the largest bust I have seen in the history of American police.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that killer rhymes were considered deadly use of force, or that fresh beats were a controlled substance.
It was not... It was crazy, man.
Dude, we barely got out of there. The MACC is ruthless, bro.
I will say I was able to smuggle a few fresh beats, so get ready in this song. Oh, no, that it appears that nutgrass has already grown on them, man.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, that's all that calcium carbide out here, dude. It is stronger than nails.
It's just in the air.
It's part of what makes the nutgrass grow so quickly.
That is true.
Since you got those beats, you want to get them in here so we can roll on to our unique segment this week, Eric?
Yeah, so initially I had a really, really groovy hip-hop beat, but due to all the nutgrass seeds and whatnot, it seems to germinated my poor beat, and it looks like we got some bluegrass.
Ooh, all right, I'm in. What are we singing about?
Hey, it's the only thing that grows out here. But I don't know what we're going to sing about. I'll just sing about, you know, my nice Midwestern lifestyle.
Oh, perfect.
So I wake up in the morning and have a cup of joe. I go out on the road and sing my hippie-ki-yo.
Oh, nothing but my tractor and that delicious pot of joe. Heading out, nobody knows where I'm gonna go.
I'm a working man and have been my entire life. So whenever they say this man has seen no strife, I gotta say it's a different life for me. And at the end of the day, that's just what I'll be.
Oh, I listen to the radio everywhere I go. Nothing gets me going like the extra high price of corn right now. That's right, it's as far as the eye can see. We're growing corn and soybeans, just you wait and see.
And then those damn politicians not knowing what it's like being a working man. They can't tell the difference between soybeans fresher from a can.
Oh, I know the difference, cause I'm out here every day. Farming up and storing all that silage and hay.
The only friends I have are my right hand and my left. Also the big draft horse I used to plow the field. I got no family ever since that dirty crop dust yield.
Everybody knows the price of crop dusting is high, but you gotta keep those bugs and control all the flies.
I gotta say my nutgrass is the only thing that will grow, and ever since she popped up, well, my wife sure did go.
Oh, that's right, ever since that factory did blow, nothing but nutgrass out here she would grow.
We got ceramic dust from left and to the right. Everywhere I go, it's such an awful sight. I got little bits of nutgrass popping up here and there, and well, it's just everywhere.
If only there was something that could eat this delicious crop, except that it is incredibly hardy and robust, then maybe I would be able to sell all my stuff. But right now it's just me and 30,000 bales of nutgrass.
It's nutgrass from here to Tennessee, and I swear to God I won't be able to take a pee. The nutgrass is growing, and it's growing with such a fright. Oh my goodness, it's almost like they're homegrown hops.
Oh boy, homegrown hops. Well, I shouldn't have, this should have been incredibly easy to see. Just out here, no returns, nothing but for me. I wish that I hadn't invested all my stocks into this nutgrass and its mighty stalks. Yeah, I just feel like I'm stuck out here, transatlantic ocean plane carrying something Milo Minderbender.
That's how it do. That's how it do. That's what
It's
they
all this
always
nutgrass,
say.
man. I even covered it in chocolate, but no one wants to eat this frighteningly fast-growing crop.
Oh wow, that is.
I tried to
that is
rhyme something with Minderbender, but I'd forgotten what it was halfway through
I mean,
singing my
Minderbender
lyrics.
has some classic rhymes like Finder Fender and
Oh, that was it.
Big Spender.
Ooh, darn it. He is a big spender.
He is a big spender. That's how. I mean, it's the only way to make money is to spend money.
All right, well, since this is a quickie, let's get on out of here and go over to the last bit, the thing that the people always want, Eric.
The
which
questions.
is- oh, it's the
I found
questions. They need the questions.
Okay, Alex, you gotta hit me with them real quick.
All right,
Bing bong, bada boom.
Well, so we only got one question off the Twittosphere because just like the Oligaqua aquifer, it is drying up out here in the Midwest, Eric. But Senator Joni Erst over here was just asking me, hey, Dewey Brothers, what is the break-even price of corn? No, the break-even price of soybeans. I really need to know this, like, really quickly, right now.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm not gonna give her the easy cop-out answer. Any politician of Iowa that's asking what the break-even price of soybeans is, not my politician. This is terrible, man. I haven't seen anything so brazen and disgusting
It's
from
ridiculous.
a politician ever since nothing. No, this topped the
this
list.
is definitely the biggest scandal I think I've ever heard of in my entire life. Obviously, everyone out here knows in the nutgrass fields of Iowa, which is where we definitely aren't, obviously, in case the MACC is listening.
No chance.
The actual break-even price of soybeans is $10.05 a bushel, and the break-even price of corn is $3.68 per bushel. And Eric, what is the break-even price of nutgrass?
Oh, the break-even price of nutgrass? Well, it's interesting because nutgrass is basically free growing. Like, you don't have to do anything to it.
Yep.
So the break-even price is just per acre, $2.
Yeah, I'm really I'm really struggling. Last time I calculated it out, on a per acre, you could grow 24,000 bushels of this stuff.
You can
in a growing season. So the break-even price was like 0.5 of a cent because you have to factor in harvesting, right?
Well, harvesting has actually only gotten harder with the ample amount because it's just so dense that I go through.
Well, it's so durable and hard.
It's so durable and hard that I go through, the carbine like it's nobody's business. I mean,
it just eats it up. It strips the paint right out of there, dude.
If only there was a group of farming engineers that were able to sort of coat my carbine in like a
your combine.
My combine in like corn or something. I mean, chrome or something.
Yeah, because chrome obviously would help. If only there was some sort of plow or harvesting harvester apparatus that was chrome to deal with the tough nutgrass out here, right? That would
Too bad.
revolutionize farming. Too bad it's not possible.
Too bad it's not possible, and no
Yeah.
brothers like that could ever exist on this earth.
Oh, definitely not. I honestly think, Eric, it would be as groundbreaking as the steel plow for sure.
It would revolutionize the nutgrass consumption, and I think if we were able to harvest nutgrass for even cheaper than the dirt cheap prices that we can already sell it for,
5/10 of 1 cent.
I'm pretty sure that we have sustainable resources right there, infinite food supply, and
I mean, it's not edible. That's the problem. It kills you if you eat it.
No. But if you mix it with things, Alex.
Well, the trick is getting all of the hard ceramics out. It forms grass will form protective silica to keep people from eating it.
I forgot about that bit.
But the nutgrass is an even harder ceramic coating.
Yeah, you're right.
Very difficult for all but the most industrial apparatuses to strain out of it.
I guess that
turn it into a mash or put it in a tea, but
I guess that would explain why my my girl left me. It's because I fed her too much nutgrass.
Oh no. Well, I heard some people use it to go on a diet. That's what they do. They use it to go on a diet because it has basically 0 calories. Because repairing your gut after all the damage it does to it causes more calories than are in the nutgrass.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Because all the ceramics in there.
Tough life.
Anyway, yeah, I'm sure Senator Joni Ernst will have can use that knowledge at this time. Definitely.
It's still despicable that she doesn't know.
Well, I mean, it's no sense in. I'm glad she reached out to this little podcast and asked us because we are known for getting back to people in a timely fashion.
That is so true.
Alex in post-production here. Our lawyers have just informed me that we need to share this message with our listeners. If you or a loved one was diagnosed with mesothelioma, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Mesothelioma is a rare cancer linked to nutgrass exposure. Exposure to the very tough carbides in nutgrass in the Navy, shipyards, mills, heating, construction, or automotive industries may put you at risk. Please don't wait. Call 1-800-99-LAW-USA today or wait for a free legal consultation and financial information packet. Mesothelioma patients, call now. 1-800-99-LAW-USA.
Yeah, man. Who knows? Who knows where the world's gonna take us?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. It's nature walks.
No. I think we just got one more tweet and then we're out of here, dude.
Oh my gosh, you found another tweet?
Yeah, I mean it is. Yeah, that was just some person that walked by, but she wrote in.
You're right.
This tweet comes hot and fresh from Michelle Renee Johnson at Michelle, who asks, "Where in LA can I do a 1-day coffee pop-up on, say, Tuesday?" She asked this 4 days ago.
Ooh.
So 2 days ago when you're listening to this podcast.
Ooh, this is kind of awkward. So it's actually a mystery, but I've never been to LA.
Mm-hmm.
And but that doesn't stop me from being able to answer this question.
Well, I'm glad you know, because I have been to LA and I couldn't tell you. There's too many good options.
There's only one that pops to mind, and it's your local hardware store where you go. You show up, you have to buy the coffee, you have to grind it yourself, you put it on your bicycle, and you just bike, some odd 100 miles to the nearest woods, sleep out overnight, and then you got your coffee.
That's a pretty good idea. So at the local hardware store and or bike shop repair place, which I mean, there's like 4 or 5 of those.
IGA, of course.
Yeah, the IGA, obviously, they're obviously selling groceries too, because that's where they get the coffee from for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Which one of the 5 that are in LA? Probably the one closest to Santa Barbara, right? Probably the one.
I think that makes sense. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
You know the one I'm talking about. It's like old Paul. No, it's not
Paul's
Paul.
place.
It's not Paul. It's Peter's place.
Peter's place. Yeah, dude. Anyway, definitely
right
Peter's
on the corner
place, for sure. Because again, as my brother was saying, all the people in LA, when they grind their coffee, for those of you that aren't from LA, they have to do it on their bike-powered coffee grinders. It is put onto the opposite side of the drivetrain of a single-speed fixie bike, and that's how you grind your coffee. And then in that case, right, you're gonna have to get it from the hardware store because you're gonna want to make sure your bike is tuned up. And the only place to do that is at the hybrid bike store and hardware store.
It's obvious.
Yeah. And of course, you're gonna need some groceries for when you go out on your trip the next day, either just to work back in LA or up into the mountains in order to do your little camp out and enjoy your brew.
Because the only way to enjoy a brew is if you really earn it. And nothing
Absolutely.
says earning it like biking at 100 some odd miles to live it up in nature.
Exactly.
So that, Michelle, you're lucky we know everything about LA. So there we go.
Yep. Definitely Peter's Place, right?
Oh, Peter's Place is top tier. Alex, I know the people need it. So nature walk. I'm looking around. I see no nature. The nutgrass has consumed everything. And
I mean, the nutgrass is nature, but there are no animals. Yeah,
no animals. So
it's inedible.
It's a light one here.
It's honestly a biological disaster.
Yeah, whoever blew up that ceramic plant has got a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So I think we got to wrap up. I mean, when we say quickie, we say quickie, eh?
Oh, let's put a lid on this quickie. So for all of you dear listeners out there, this quickie podcast was brought to you by the vast fields of inedible leafy greens,
as well as Peter's Place, the only half IGA, half bicycle repair shop, half coffee hardware store. That one.
Yeah, Peter's Place. This podcast, as always, is brought to you by Homegrown Hops. No matter how fast, you still need those hops.
It's so true. And finally, none other than Big Tractor. No. Scratch that. Pimp My Tractor. The only boys that know how to chrome anything.
Oh, yeah. And actually, for realsies, lastly, though, the break-even price of soybeans. It is $10.05, I'm pretty sure, at the moment. And with that, I've got to say thank you for listening to this expedited podcast, and we'll be back to our regularly scheduled full-length podcast next week.
Mm-hmm.
So I had some snow up here, Eric, which means
I saw no flurries, but Friday, man. I'm looking forward to Friday. We're getting snow.
And that, as we all know, what that means for the Little League fields is season's over, but that's okay. They still look good, even with some snow. So maybe, like, I don't know.
You gotta keep maintaining them. Keep breaking them up, for sure.
And with that, for the love of God, man.
Just send it.
Whoops.
Keep in that burp.
Oh, it's going in.